Are you thinking about getting your private pilot's license? If so, then you're going to need a ground course to prepare you for the FAA written exam. In fact, you actually have to have an endorsement from an approved instructor in order to take the FAA written exam, and because of that, a lot of ground schools are ridiculously expensive. But in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use my $50 ground course to get yourself endorsed for that written exam. Welcome to Free Pilot Training. I'm Josh, and today I'm going to show you how to use my premium private pilot ground course. And one of my favorite features about this course is that it actually works directly with ForeFlight. If you don't know what ForeFlight is, it is by far the best tool out there when it comes to flight planning software. Believe me, I did the paper chart thing when I got my private pilot's license, but ForeFlight is way better. Now, once you download the course, it's actually an interactive PDF that fits right into the document tabs of ForeFlight. So it feels kind of like a book, but there's way more to it than that. Up here at the front, I've got some instructions that explain how to use the course. I'm thinking about making a separate video for that, but you guys are pretty smart, so I think you can figure it out. For each topic, I've broken it down into separate chapters, and I've included a short introduction for each of those. And then you can just dive right into the individual lessons. Each lesson has a video that you can just click on right here, and that will bring you right into that lesson. And it'll teach you everything you need to know on that topic for the written exam. Anyway, after you're done with each one of those lessons, you can just come back over to the PDF for the rest of the lesson. Now, I like to add some reading assignments for each lesson. You don't really have to read these because I teach you everything you need in the videos, but a lot of people are looking for more information, and these are really great resources. All of them are completely free and they're really easy to read. In fact, this particular handbook is the Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge. Not only can you download it for free from the FAA's website, but ForeFlight has this one and a bunch of other ones in there as well. So that makes things super simple. And for all these resources, I actually put links to download them for free at the back of this PDF, so you don't even need ForeFlight if you want to use those. After each lesson, I've included individual quizzes on each specific topic. And most of these are pretty short. This is a great way to get immediate feedback on that particular lesson to make sure that you're absorbing all this information the way you should. And by the way, one really cool thing about these quizzes is that because I'm using Google Forms, I'm actually able to see which questions you guys are missing the most. And I've actually been trying to make separate videos on those where you guys can see what to focus on. And that's important because there are over 700 questions throughout this entire course. There's a ton of stuff you guys need to remember to get your license. So this is a huge advantage over a lot of other courses. I want to give you guys something to focus on so you know the most missed questions. Anyway, as you can see, each chapter has a bunch of lessons, and then at the end, I've got a separate quiz to make sure you guys are remembering all this stuff. Actually, one of the new features of my course is that I'm adding podcasts so you can listen to this stuff on the go, and you can study without watching a video. And those are available over on Spotify, so be sure to check those out if you haven't seen those. Anyway, there's a bunch of lessons in here. In fact, there's over 16 hours of video and lots of reading if you want a little bit more information. So you're not sacrificing quality if you buy this course instead of a more expensive one. You can just read the comments to see that a lot of people love these videos. And that's actually why I created this channel. I wanted good training to be available to everyone because, to be honest, most flight training resources out there are ridiculously expensive. So even if you don't need this course, please share this with your friends who do, because I want to get the prices lowered across the board for all aviation training. Now, after you finish the course, I want to make sure that you're 100% ready to take that written exam. And it's not easy, so you guys need to take it serious. I've included some practice tests here at the back of the course so you guys can make sure that you're 100% ready. You definitely want to take all these and practice as much as possible before you go take the actual test. Okay, before I show you how to get the endorsement, I'd like to point out that back here at the back of my course, I've got some links to download all the reading assignments and all the other stuff that you're going to need while you're studying. And actually, this book right here is one I want to specifically mention because you're going to be using this one on the test. This is the testing supplement that you will actually be using during the real written exam. Keep in mind, in the quizzes and practice tests on my ground course, I've included a snapshot of all the figures, but on some of the questions, you're going to need to plot courses and you're going to need to see a little bit more of the details. So this is one particular book I would really recommend buying off of Amazon. Or you could just download them and print them out if you have a good printer, because that will just make things a lot easier. Now that the course is complete, you're actually ready to take the FAA written exam, but the FAA actually requires me to make sure that you're ready before you can just go take the test. Now, the way I make sure that you guys are ready is through a practice test. When you purchase the course, you should receive an email that says "Do not delete." This email includes a link to the practice test, which will actually email you the endorsement automatically when you pass with a 90% or better. Keep in mind, you can actually take this practice test as many times as you need, so don't worry about that. But there is one thing I would ask from you guys, though, if you decide to buy the course. Please make sure that you elect to receive emails from freepilottraining.net. If you don't do that, then I have to manually send you that practice test email, which I'm totally happy to do. But if you guys can check that box, it just makes my job so much easier because you just receive that email automatically right then and there. And I promise I won't spam you out, but I might send you an update every great now and then when I add a new product that I think you might be interested in. In fact, I'm working on a couple resources right now that I think you guys are going to like. I'm hoping to release a flight training syllabus really soon. And I'm also working on a landing book for those of you guys who are struggling with landings. I'm also working on a chair flying guide as well, so be sure to check that box so you can check those out when I get them up on my store. And I want to thank you guys for letting me show you my premium private pilot ground course. If that interests you at all, you can find that at freepilottraining.net. And I've actually got some free resources over there as well. So if that sounds cool, be sure to check it out. We'll see you in the next video. See ya.